everybody. How are you? I hope everyone is having a great Wednesday and week so far. And I'm Stephanie Blair, the CEO and founder of the Academy for HighLevel. And I'm super excited to talk about today's few features. We usually cover 4 to 5 features that came out in the last week or so. And let's dive right in and waste no time going through these. Update subscription payment method. So this is something that I personally have been waiting for a while, but I'm sure a lot of people have been as well, especially those specifically with subscriptions, those MRR models. So users can now update payment methods for ongoing subscriptions directly through Stripe. And this feature simplifies the process of managing payment methods for recurring subscriptions. So if you go to your payments tab, subscriptions, you can always hit the 3 dots on the right side where we see that on that image right here. And where you can view it, cancel it, you can also share a payment update link. So previously you would have to go into Stripe and actually like new browser tab, open Stripe, log in, do the 2FA, find the person, find the subscription, edit it in there, then have to go back into HighLevel and update all of the stuff in there depending on your automation and how you track things. Now you can just do it with a click of a button or two from the payments area of your account. So this is super, super helpful and will streamline a ton of errors and issues that come up when cards expire or glitch or whatever may be the reason that you need to update that payment link, but now you can. So that is again under your payments tab, and you can hit those 3 dots on the right side of the screen next to the charge at hand and share that payment update link. All right, we also have new contact filters. So amongst many, many, many filters that you can already apply to your contact lists when you're on that contacts page of your account, you can filter by workflows they're in, tags, company names, emails, and various other ones, but we now have advanced filters for contacts, allowing users to refine and segment their contact lists more precisely, where you can custom create filters based on various criteria, such as engagement, tags, and more. So we already had tags, but now we have things like the engagement scores, last email clicked date, last email opened, last updated by, things like that, that last activity type. So it's also going off of the activity of the contact, not just the information or data that is in their record. So this feature enhances contact management and facilitates targeted communication strategies. So again, you can create lists of people that haven't opened emails, and that last email open date was 3 months ago, and now you have a list of people that you need to re-engage with or things like that. But this ultimately makes it easier to filter your lists, create smart lists, send targeted messaging, and overall just organize your data effectively. Speaking of that engagement score on the last update, we also have automation off of that. So if you're not familiar with the engagement score, this is part of your settings where you can set certain rules of if they open an email or click something or various actions that it is assigning a point value for their engagement. So off of that, it was previously just those rules, but now you can actually automate off of that engagement score, hitting a certain number or adding or subtracting, things like that. So a new workflow based on contact engagement scores has been implemented. So there is that workflow trigger that if it equals to 10, for example, it's going to fire off. Maybe they hit a certain level in engagement, they get an extra coupon. I don't know what your what your ideas may be, but users can now automate actions based on the engagement score of contacts, enabling tailored communication and follow-up. So if people are more engaged, you may interact with them more, and people that are less engaged, you may even interact with even more to try and get them to up that engagement score that they have. So overall, this is just help tracking leads and client engagement, any sort of activity of your contacts and wanting to track that in their progress. All right. Also, a new automation, we have contract automation filters. So they have added the ability for additional filters and statuses options have been added for documents and contracts within workflows. So if you're not familiar, if you go to your payments area, you can create documents and contracts and proposals, things like that. So now you can create more complex workflows based on the status of those documents and contracts, streamlining processes and improving organization. So one of those filters you can see here where you can actually select the template. So if it is submitted from that template, it's going to fire off. And you can also have additional filters like if it was viewed or processed, things like that. So definitely start using those automations, especially in moving people across, moving processes forward. If you are using contracts, proposals, estimates, whatever you really want to call it, but all in all, those documents and contracts that you are sending to contacts and they may approve or deny, sign, and come back with. All right, resend to unopened emails. This is something that people have been asking for, I think, pretty much since the beginning of, since I've been working with HighLevel, which is probably about 4 years now. And that is the ability to automatically send to a list of folks that you already sent an email to, but if they haven't opened it, you want to resend it to them. So previously, you would have to create a bunch of workflows and tracking, tagging people if they've opened a certain email, and everybody on that list that is not tagged a certain way is going to get another email, or with the if-else steps. It was always a complicated process. So now users can resend email campaigns to contacts who haven't opened the initial email. Just remember that this is under the email campaign. So when you go to the marketing tab and emails on top, you create your templates, but you also have that campaigns tab in which you can send directly to your contacts, smart lists, and various methods there. But this is where you're going to be able to use this unopened, resend unopened emails feature. So this feature aims to increase engagement by giving users a second opportunity to reach contacts who may have missed the initial communication. So again, you've already sent some sort of email to them, and it's been a certain amount of time, they haven't opened it. So you want to resend that email to all of those that haven't opened it yet. You get to schedule the time, update the subject line to try to grab their attention a new way. Maybe the reason they didn't open the first one is because they trashed it because of the subject line was too generic, things like that. So you can edit it a little bit and resend to those unopened users, which is so helpful for marketing. And again, not having to do all of those complicated workflows. Instead, it's just a few buttons and clicks and you're good to go. So that is all I have for you this week. Thank you for being here. If you're here live, if you want more information about updates or the software in general, make sure to grab that QR code or go to our updates blog where we're posting articles about new updates and features in the system. And stay tuned for next week when we talk about more that has come out. I can't wait to see what they have in store for the next week or so. They always are pumping out a bunch of updates, and it's you never know what to expect. It could be something big, it could be something small that we've been waiting for. You never know. So definitely make sure to join the list or sign up for the academy or the reminders for these sessions, and I will see you next week. I hope all of you guys have an amazing rest of your day, week, and weekend. Want to learn Go High Level in a structured format? Check out the gohighlevel.com by Extendly. We guarantee to save you 6 months of wasted subscription costs for HighLevel. Just visit the gohighlevel.com.